Finally pulled off the highway into our unit, heading up the mountain where there are sure to be elk waiting for us around every tree, around every corner, begging us to shoot them. So we hope. The first morning of our elk hunt. We've been here maybe like 25 minutes. And we already have a bull spotted at the base of this mountain. He's probably a 5x5. He's a really nice bull though for us. I'm gonna see if I can get him in the spotting scope. So, we spotted the first elk about 20 minutes into glassing. We've been watching now for almost an hour. And another little bit smaller elk, our bull, just joined him. So now we have 2 bulls on the first morning. We'll wait for him to bed down, see if we can get to him. Right now, we're looking at 3 bulls. Luke just spotted a third one. Got a pretty big 5-point, and then 2 smaller. One's a 4-point, I think, and the other I think is a 3 or 4. But they're all feeding right now, 1,200 yards away. But we got 3 bulls. Our first elk hunt ever, and we're watching 3 bulls because we are in the spot we scouted after our pronghorn hunt. Back in August, we came up here to scout the area, and we found this place and we called it Land Before Time. It's a pretty cool spot. And the bulls, you can't see them, but they're over here at the base of the mountain. Just dropped off everything that we needed to drop off. Got everything we needed to get for our first official elk stalk ever. We have 4 bulls. They kind of cut back into a little canyon. So we're gonna circle back around, way back around, up and over one really steep mountain. Come back on the other side of them and see if we can find them again. They probably went back in there to bed down. It's gonna be, as the crow flies, it's about a mile. So it's gonna probably take us a couple hours to get over there and see if we can relocate them. But there's 4 of them. One's a pretty good one. So let's see what we can do. The plan is to get down this and make it over to that ridge. Get up that ridge, go across that, and then come back on the backside of those elk. It's probably a 3-mile hike, at least, the way we want to do it. saw earlier are bedded somewhere down around over this cliff back here. Got a couple hundred yards to walk up. And then we'll set up and we'll glass and we'll see if we can relocate them. But there's elk poo and mule deer poo all throughout this area. You can see where they've been nibbling at the grasses. It's heavily fed on over here. So I think we're in a good spot, but let's get up here and we'll look and see if we can find those bulls. We hiked all the way around to where we saw those bulls this morning. It took us about 5 hours to get here. We're set up hoping they come back out this evening to feed. It's a little after 3 o'clock. Sunset's at 4:52. So we have about 2 hours and change of shooting time. It's a beautiful view though. Check this out. On. Okay, so it's too dark to get the footage of what just happened, but we came down off of our glassing point. We were hiking back to camp. Saw a group of 5 does, mule deer. I looked to the left, about 100 yards away. There's an elk, a big bull.
The one that we knew bedded down over here.
This is like the area where we saw him come bed down. So we were hoping that we would come through and see him, but we did. He's down, like 150 yards from here, he's down. All right, here he is. Really beautiful 5x5. First elk ever. First day of my first elk hunt ever. This was one of the ones we saw this morning, I think. Awesome. So awesome. Wow. He's huge. This body. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you. All right. Time to get to work. Day 2 of our elk trip. We shot that bull last night at last light. Didn't get it on tape, sorry guys. But now we're gonna go down there. We're gonna pack the hindquarters out today, shoulders and head tomorrow. Last night was a killer. It took us about 5 hours. I think it was 5 hours, right? To go 3/4 of a mile. It's up a steep cliff. That cliff took a lot out of us, but I think we found a better way this time, so hopefully it won't be as rough. But that's elk hunting, right? So I've heard, and now I've witnessed. So we are hiking to our elk to pack it out day 2, and looking at where we were glassing yesterday. We didn't come down that way, but we came down some pretty hairy crap. This is what we were glassing on top of. We were right up there. Just give a perspective. Finally got to our bowl. The meat's still in the shade and it's pretty frozen right now. Got down to the teens last night. So we're sitting in the sun, enjoying lunch. Cheese stick, pronghorn kielbasa, cold, nuts, prunes. It's a good meal. Everything you need. Alright, got these hindquarters loaded up. About 2.5 miles back to camp. 800-foot elevation up. When we get to the base of that mountain, let's do it. Alright, so we're packing out still. These hindquarters coming up the ravine to where we go up. It's not a mountain, it's not a hill. It's kind of like a cliff slash
1,000 foot
mountain.
mesa.
It's a 1,000-foot mesa. And it's near vertical. You'll see in a little bit. But we're, I don't know, we probably came a mile so far. Maybe a little bit more than a mile. Legs are definitely feeling it. But we're following the elk trails down here. See all kinds of rubs and elk sign down here. It's really thick and nasty. It's really cool. There's a seep down here that was frozen over. It'd be a great early season spot. Got 250 more feet to the top of this thing. Taking a break. I'm actually gonna break out some prunes and some peanuts, I think, right now, to be honest. Some water. Cactus over here. Made it to the top. We're not dead. It's a good thing. Got 150 yards on flat ground to the truck. Then tomorrow we'll get up and we'll go pack those last trip out, front shoulders and a skull. We'll call it quits for our first elk hunt. It was awesome. I grew up some elk steaks tonight. Had my first taste of elk. It's gonna be badass. Morning of our last day of packing out. Sleeping in the truck, got down into the, was it mid or low teens? Mid-teens? Mid-teens. You see the ice behind me? Take a look at the ice crystals. All forming. windshield. I don't know if you can see that. You probably can't. Covered in ice. It's freezing. Freezing cold in here. I'm gonna get dressed here in a minute. Get a little food in us and go get the front shoulders and the skull. Breakfast of champions. Mozzarella cheese stick, granola bar, avocado. It's delicious stuff. Let's go ahead and redo that. Really? Coming down this gully on the way to pack out the rest of our elk, we found this seep down towards the bottom here. Mostly frozen over, but you can still see right here a little bit of live water, and there's trails all through here. This is definitely a spot to mark on our GPS for an earlier season hunt. Water here is key, and clearly this is a well-used water source. This is a great early season spot. Got 2 miles to the river, so this is, from what we know, this is the closest water in 2 miles. It's nice. All right, this is the obligatory video of the elk on the pack. Our last trip at 1.4 miles to the truck, and that'll be it for Elk Camp 2017. Let's go. So, the first 2 days, 3 days, 2 days, 2 days, we didn't use trekking poles. Personally, I thought they were for sissies. I thought they weren't doing it much, but we brought them out today. I'm telling you what, it's worth every single ounce of weight that you're packing it with it, because this thing is saving my knees big time. I'm a fan, I'm a believer. I was wrong. All right, so we just hiked about 1.25 miles to the base of the mountain that we're gonna climb up. We're stopping up to get fuel, like always. And this is what we have. We have some pronghorn kielbasa from the pronghorn we shot in New Mexico earlier this season. Really, really good, smoked, delicious. Cheese stick, some peanuts and some dried fruit, some prunes, fruit of your choice. Sport drink packet to go in my water, and to finish it off with a little chocolate with nuts and caramel. That's what we got. We're gonna eat this down, take a good break, and get up the mountain. This is how Luke tries to get warmed up. He plugs himself into his cellular charger while he's eating his pronghorn. We made it. We made it to the top. We're done. Just a couple yards to the truck now on flat ground. Thanks a lot, Luke, for your help. Whew, I'm tired. Bye, guys.